How I analyze financial decisions today. It's a great topic. There was a time when every financial decision was driven by one emotion: pressure. Pressure to make money, pressure to recover, pressure to fix everything, pressure to survive. And when pressure becomes your financial advisor, you ended up making expensive decisions. And I'll explain why I say that. My name is Anderson Verissimo. I have built businesses. I have lost businesses. I have made money, tons. I have lost money. I have experienced success. I have experienced failure. And somewhere along that journey, I realize something. Money doesn't destroy people. Money doesn't make you bad either. You can make more money, you can make less money, make more money. Doesn't really matter. The way people think about money does. Today, I don't analyze financial decisions the way I used to because experience changed my framework completely. Failure changed my framework, which is not failure, you're learning until you get the right tuning. It's like tuning your car. Rebuilding changed my framework. And I believe it's one of the biggest reasons I sleep better today than I did when I had more money. Years ago, whenever an opportunity appeared, I asked one question: how much money can this make? Let's see, today, that's probably the last question I ask because I have learned that revenue without structure usually becomes a stress, a lot of stress. Instead, ask different questions. Questions that have nothing to do with excitement, not to do with my feelings, everything to do with sustainability. The first question is I ask is that does this reduce pressure or create more pressure? You know, people assume every opportunity reduce pressure. I wish that was true. It doesn't. Some opportunities create more meetings, more responsibility, which is great and I love it. More complexity, more staff, more customers, more expectations, and more risk. Going back to expectations is really hard to balance that out, isn't it? Everybody expectations are different. Sometimes the highest paying opportunity is also the heaviest one. Today I value calm over chaos. The second question is, does this fit my long term direction? What's my purpose? What I'm here for? What do I want to achieve with that? One lesson failure taught me is that saying yes, it's expensive. Every yes means saying no to something else. Today, if an opportunity doesn't move me towards the future that I'm deliberately building, and I don't care how profitable it looks, I will pass. Because distraction is one of the most expensive business costs you'll never see on a profit and loss statement. Yeah, we don't. Not until now. The third question is, can this become a system? I no longer chase income. I build systems that generate income. And that's a huge difference. If something depends entirely on me, it's probably not scalable. If it can become repeatable, now I'm interested. Systems create predictability. Predictability creates stability, and stability creates freedom. And I think that's the aim goal that we're looking for. The fourth question is one I wish I learned much earlier. My 46 years of life. What's the downside? Most people become emotionally attached to the upside. Everything looks great. Look how much money we're gonna make, what we're gonna do. They imagine the success, the revenue, the growth. Very few people spend enough time managing the downside. It's not about being positive or negative, but it's actually being realistic. Breaking down every single level and pushing as much as we can to see if the structure will resist. Because what about if it fails? What if it takes twice as long? What if revenue is half the forecast? What's the game plan? What if is my biggest client leaves? Can I survive that? Because if the downside destroys me, the opportunity is not worth, isn't worth at all. The fifth question is simple. Will this make my life better? Not richer, better. Those aren't always the same thing. I have seen people earning incredible money while living under constant stress. I have also met people earning less but with complete control over their time. Believe it or not, time is a commodity. Money is important, but money without peace has a cost. Today, I optimize for calm, predictable income, strong relationships, honest relationships, black and white, simple systems, healthy routines, clear thinking. Because I have discovered something. Success is not measured by how much money you make. It's measured by how little chaos you need to create. That's why my business look different today. Fewer moving parts, better systems, better filters, better decisions, much better decisions. I'm no longer trying to win every opportunity. I'm not here for that. I'm trying to build something that still works 10 years from now, and I will. If you're rebuilding your finances today, I want to challenge you. Before saying yes to your next opportunity, ask yourself these 5 questions. Does it reduce pressure? Does it align with my future? Can it become a system? Can I survive the downside? Can my family and the others who are on my table, my staff, can survive the downside? Will it genuinely improve my life? And if the answer is no to most of those, walk away. There will always be another opportunity, but there is only one you, and we need to preserve that. One of the biggest mistakes founders make in believing they have a money problem. We always believe we have a money problem, but often we don't. Most of the times, they have a decision problem. They don't need more opportunities. They need a better framework for evaluating opportunities. That's a massive difference. Eh? And that's exactly why I created three free tools inside the Rebuild project. We have the reality filter, which helps you separate emotions from reality before making important decisions. I wish I had that years ago. We have the founder level assessment, which is also free, which shows you exactly where you are in your rebuilding journey and what your next priority should be. That gives you clarity. And the one that I love the most, we have the business pressure test, which identifies the hidden pressures inside your business before they become expensive problems. The questions that we don't want to ask, or the questions that actually sometimes we forgot to ask. If we say, no, it's covered, it's okay. They are completely free because I believe better decisions change lives. You find all three linked below today. I still analyze every financial decision, but I don't analyze them emotionally anymore. I don't let that noise get into me. I kill the noise. I analyze them structurally because the goal is no longer to make the most money. The goal is to build the strongest life. And I have learned that those two things are very different. Keep growing, keep rebuilding, and I'll see you next week.